Ollie, good to see you back here in the Formula E paddock. We're getting ready for season 11. We're here in Madrid. It wasn't where we were planning to be. We were meant to be in Valencia, but for obvious reasons we're not there. It must be tricky as a driver to have done all your sim prep for Valencia, and you know that track quite well from testing previously, to then come to a completely new track where the track is not really the focus. It's more about the car and the setup and strategy and everything like that.
Yeah, it's tricky, but honestly, Valencia for us is a bit the same. It's not really that representative compared to the rest of the season. Been going to Valencia now for 5 or 6 years, so actually it's quite refreshing to have a bit of a change. I think walking the track this morning for the first time, it's actually a pretty interesting track. I think it's going to be a good challenge. There's lots of elevation changes, lots of camber, so actually I think it's going to be quite interesting that a lot of the drivers haven't had much preparation and we get to jump on a new track. Of course, you know, all of our thoughts with the Valencian people for what's happened there, and we wish them all the best, and hopefully we can be there next year. But yeah, like you said, we have to run through our program, do what we can, and yeah, hopefully learn as much of the new car, new aero package, new tyres, new four-wheel drive, so we've got plenty to learn from ahead of the first race.
So the car is not a new generation as such, it's like a mid-generation refresh. There's a lot of differences though, and you've already highlighted them there, but the tyres seem like something that the drivers have always said to me over the last couple of years, that they really wish the tyres are a bit softer. You've kind of got your wish now, but are they soft enough, and how do you expect those tyres to react given that you've got new features on the car such as, you know, the four-wheel drive and everything that's going to affect those tyres, you know?
I think it's going to be pretty interesting. I think obviously the tyres offer more grip, which is what we were looking for, which is a real positive. They'll probably bring in a bit more degradation during the races, which I think is going to be interesting for the drivers, for the fans. There's going to be an element of change, which I always think makes motorsport more interesting. Mm-hmm. So for me, it's a good step in the right direction. Obviously, we've got the four-wheel drive, which will pose a challenge for the drivers in one lap in qualifying, but also in the race in terms of energy management, how the tyres behave with having extra pressure on the front tyres. So I think there's a lot of new things, but I always think that new things create interest, and actually it's gonna be great for the championship and something that we needed.
The front wing is also redesigned. We know that the front wing for the last couple of years has been maybe a little bit fragile. We've seen a lot going under cars. I think maybe you've fallen foul of that once or twice. What do you make of this new front wing? I know it's hard to know so far because you've not really had wheel-to-wheel action, but it looks more sturdy.
It does. Like we'll only find out at the first race when there's a bit of contact going on, but yeah, I think like you said, I was probably missing a front wing more often than not, so I think yeah, hopefully it can. I mean, we don't want it to be like Gen 2 where there was too much contact and not enough damage from the car, let's say, to hinder people, so they were making contact too often, but I don't know, let's see. I think it offers a different balance from the car anyway, the aero kit, in terms of the contact in the races and how they're gonna disintegrate, let's say. Let's see until the first race.
We will wait and see on that. Obviously last year you finished 4th. I think most people agree it probably would have been slightly higher had you not missed Portland, and that's something that was unavoidable. This year the title must be very much in your grasp, in your mind. Is it too early to sort of fixate on that at the moment?
Yeah, it's always too early. I mean, I think even when it's there in the last race, you never really want to talk about it. So I think, look, there's a hugely competitive grid here. What we were able to achieve last year was great, but the possibility of repeating that and improving it is a difficult challenge. But yeah, I think what we showed last year was what we're capable of. I think we've made improvements in the homologation, which is really positive. But let's see what everybody else brings. You know, who knows? You always have to keep your feet on the ground in this sport, and yeah, if I can be standing here in 10 months' time talking to you about the championship, then that would be fantastic. But at the moment, it's full focus on working hard and making sure that our package is in a good place, and also I'm in a good place.
We'll talk about you being in a different place very soon, because I know you've moved house, but just a word on Norman. I did ask Norman, you know, how he was feeling coming back into Nissan and partnering up with you. What's your relationship with Norman so far?
Yeah, it's good. I mean, me and Norman have known each other for quite a long time. We were racing karting together back in 2010, so you know, we've known each other a long time. I think there's the respect from both sides. He's got plenty of experience in this paddock in different teams, and probably not always been dealt a fair hand, let's say, in many occasions. So look, we saw how competitive he could be against Jake last year. His qualifying performance was great. He's here to bring good feedback to the team in terms of his experiences, so it's all positive. I think we need to work on building the relationship over the course of the season, and hopefully it can be a strong partnership.
We look forward to seeing that. And talking about yourself, you've moved house, you've moved away from, I don't want to say dreary Britain, because I don't want to bash Britain too much, but you've certainly moved to warmer climates. Is it a bit too warm for you in the Middle East?
It's great. I mean, the first race in Sao Paulo is going to be super hot, so I'm getting my heat acclimatization in. But no, a different challenge for us as a family. We decided to make the step. My daughter's still very young. We wanted to experience other things in life, live in different places. That's what we've decided to do so far. We're very happy. They're very happy. It's new. It's exciting. We still visit the UK, still have family there, so plenty going on. But so far we're happy, enjoying the sunny weather and not so much of the rain like the UK.
Is it still easy to catch up on the football results? I know they're pretty big on football out there.
Yeah, I mean, you can still get all the channels and watch all the football stuff, and obviously supporting Barnsley, trying to get them up into the Championship. But yeah, it's still pretty easy to keep on top of the sport. The time difference is the only tricky bit. When matches are in the evening, you've got 4-hour difference. Sometimes matches are kicking off at midnight, so it's a bit harder to follow from that.
And they don't televise many Barnsley games out there.
Actually, they do.
They do. Okay.
I probably shouldn't say that, but yeah, they do.
No, it's fine, because the EFL have this iFollow thing, don't they? And if you're out of the UK, you can do it. It's fine.
Yeah,
don't even need a VPN.
Barnsley versus Wigan on my TV. It's great.
Oh, what a dream that is, to move across the world.
No commentary, but I just get to watch the football.
It's fine. You can do your own commentary in your head, and one day you'll take my job. Ollie, look, best of luck this season. I'm sure we'll catch up with you again, and I would expect to see you in that top 3.
Thank you very much. Cheers.